is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Coming with one of my last videos to cover the rest of the trade deadline. This is going to be a quick hitter, so it's not going to be that long. But James Ennis is getting traded from the Rockets, a player that a lot of people said was going to be a big difference maker. He can replace Trevor Ariza. He's a two-way player. He has huge potential, and he can play well off the ball, which was all true. He didn't really replace Ariza, didn't have the length, didn't get the minutes, didn't really play as well as we thought he would, even though he didn't play terrible or bad. I feel like if you're trading him just to get under the luxury tax, he was a guy that you really felt like he wasn't good enough to stay on the main roster and you willing to part ways with him. Well, if you felt that he was that good, he wouldn't be one of the people that you'll be trying to trade to get under the luxury tax, because he'll be a guy that you'll want to pay the luxury tax to keep, even though most GMs and teams really don't want to do that. They want to stay cheap and not have to worry about paying the luxury tax. But anytime you have Clint Capella, Chris Paul, and James Harden all locked up to long-term deals, and you still can get under the luxury tax, you're going to take that chance. And Daryl Morey was able to put a championship caliber roster when healthy together while still staying under the luxury tax, even if it cost him some players like James Ennis, which was a guy that a lot of people, like I said, had a good fit for this team, and he really did play well. I give him credit for the amount of minutes and the amount of time he got. He played 40 games for the Rockets, and 25 of them he started. He gave them 23 minutes a game. He gave them 49 from the field, 36 from the free throw line. He gave him 70% from the free throw, but I don't really count that because he didn't really take that many. But he did make the ones when he got a chance. He still gave you 3 rebounds and 7 points a game. I like that. I feel like he's not going to really get that many minutes with the Sixers either, which is unfortunate because, you know, once you get to the NBA, you really want to prove yourself. You really want to get valuable minutes. You are legitimately 6'7", 210, and you can play on or off the ball and give a lot of quality to a lot of these teams. But if you're really trying to win, you're going to have to continue to, you know, play less minutes unless you outplay that role and you get a bigger role with the team, or you go to a fringe team and you can get a lot of valuable minutes then, but you might not win at all. And, you know, that's a sacrifice that he had to make when he chose to go to the Rockets. They felt good about him. They really wanted him to be a part of the team. They thought highly of him, and he had battled some injuries this season, but he still was able to give them quality minutes, and I think that's the biggest thing about the 76ers, getting a guy like James in this caliber. When you look at their roster, they didn't really have enough wings until after they also made the Jonathan Simmons trade, which gave them another guy that can play the 2 or the 3 and switch and guard multiple positions. And, you know, this gives them another guy. Remember, they didn't have Markelle Fultz playing. They didn't have Zaire Smith playing. Now they get 2 guards and forwards that can, well, 2 players that can play multiple positions. And they already got their backup guard with TJ McConnell, who they like a lot. They get their backup center with Boban, and they got another guard that can handle the ball and create plays with Furkan, who really doesn't want to be there. So, because he didn't really want, they didn't gave him that player option, they declined it, so he might not be there that long. But when you add Jimmy Butler, you add Tobias Harris, you still want to have depth at those positions, regardless if they get in foul trouble or if they get injured and got to miss a couple games. You still want people that can come in and play and give you valuable minutes, and that's something that they have been able to do before the deadline ended. They was able to stack up their bench and go 8 to 9 deep, which you need when you're in the playoffs. And getting a guy like James Ennis and his caliber, being able to be athletic, get out in transition, hit the spot up threes or the corner threes, and get to the paint, and he plays well off the ball. And Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and Jimmy Butler are great playmakers and creators for their positions. And he can benefit from that, and they're not going to really pay attention to him a lot. He can get a lot of backdoor cuts. He can get a lot of heat strokes, just getting wide open, easy buckets. So I like it because they needed wing depth, and I like it because it makes them deeper. Even though they gave up a lot for Jimmy and Tobias, they was able to figure out a way to maximize before the deadline was over. You know, trading a player like Markelle Fultz for Jonathan Simmons, a guy that can actually play this season and give them a position of need, and then trading a pick that they're not going to really care about because they're trying to go all in for this season, and it is in 2024 on top of that, and you get a guy of James Ennis caliber. That makes a lot of sense too. So I like what they're doing. And I like that they're really showing that we had the process, we had terrible. Now we want to give y'all great elite basketball for all the years that y'all guys suffered. We're going to reward y'all by trying to win a championship with this roster while Ben Simmons is under his rookie scale contract. And once that's over, it's going to be harder. But remember, Joel Embiid is an all-star, so is Ben Simmons. And then you add in two guys that the players and the coaches kind of felt like should have been all-stars too, but they didn't really get the fan votes. And that shows you how much respect the players that they added this season matter. And you can say the same thing about James Ennis. A lot of people respected him. A lot of people respected a lot of him. Now he gets to go to a team and contribute probably more than he would in Houston. So it might work out for him too. Plus, they have a chance to go further than Houston because they don't have to play Golden State into the finals. And that's a plus too when you're in the East. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a steal? You give up a second round pick for a guy that can really play and is efficient, and he really gives them something that they need right now, which the pick doesn't. And at the end of the day, let me know if you think this was a steal. Do you think this was an underrated move? Or do you think that Philly has hit every single trade they did this year and they really have a chance to come out the East and they really up their chances of beating Boston, Toronto, or Milwaukee by making these trades? They hungry. They've been rebuilding for all these years. They got their two superstar players, and they added so much talent around them and just in the last 2 years. And now it seems like they got a lot of hype. They got a lot of energy, and the fans going crazy, and I don't blame them because this is going to be a special year if everything goes right. But they fixed their biggest problem, wing depth and depth in general. You have TJ, you got Furkan, you got James Ennis, you got Boban, you got Jonathan Simmons. You can go 10, 12 deep now. That's something you couldn't do 2 months ago after the Jimmy Butler trade, and that's something that you was able to do after the Tobias trade. So to me, Philly is one of the biggest winners, and I have to give them credit and respect for that. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Check out my website, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, AnalysisPlayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for people that like on Facebook and watch on Facebook, but also thanks for the people checking out the website and becoming a member. Also, I make videos just like this every single day. I do trades, buyouts, NBA breakdowns, NBA tributes, season preview, cover the NBA draft. I try to do it all, and I mostly do it by myself. And I thank the guys, people that support it, and the people that help me out by just giving me positive energy, staying active, and also being good fans and showing me love when I go hard like this, because this was busy because I got to work. Plus, I got to make videos, and I got to try to balance that out with sleep, eating, and other things that you have to do as a human being. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. And at the end of the day, Quinn Wade, Basketball Not signing out. Let me know what you guys think about this trade.